Hey, what's going on? I know this is rather unexpected that I'm doing a live stream, but I figured why not? It's been quite some time since I've done a live stream in general. I have no idea if anyone's even going to want to come in or even, shoot the shit pretty much, if anyone's even still up. Um, so we'll see on that. We shall see. Because, like I said before, this was rather unexpected, out of the blue, you name it. So, okay, hey Sam. Wow, it's strange. So there's zero, and now there's actually one person. So it seems like the StreamYard, people watching is not exactly accurate. But hey, good to see you. If you need a shower, go ahead. Gotta do what you gotta do. So, but I'll definitely keep in the chat, and maybe I'll send an email and see if anyone wants to come on in, shoot the shit. Just hang out. So hopefully everyone's Christmas went well. So, and also apparently the my recent uploads when I've been doing those strange way slideshow suite, type of videos, something I've never done before, but I figured I'd give it a shot. Introduce you to a band that to me, and like I said in the description, fell under the radar, and I think they definitely deserve some praise and some recognition. I think maybe the second album was maybe their attempt to really break into the rock and roll genre, because there's actually one song on there that I didn't put on that suite. I mean, it's called "Goodnight L.A." It was like their most well-known song on the album. I think they got some radio play. In fact, I think it even got a music video at some point. But it wasn't my favorite song, so I didn't put it on there. But you can always listen to the full album if you want to. It's available on YouTube. So yeah. So hopefully this night stream will be pleasant. If people want to come in. I've only got one viewer so far. I guess everyone's still doing stuff with their families and whatnot, which is understandable. I just gotta find out. Okay, gotta really get focused right now and just get the email out. Oh, come on. There we go. So, excuse me, I'm typing right now. And, yep. So, those videos that I recently posted about Strange Ways, I've gotten a lot of views. Apparently, from what I understand, a lot of people seem to really like that second one. I think that's probably maybe their favorite one. Yeah, Zero Cool's killing it on the sub count. He's not too far from 700. I mean, damn. It's well deserved. I haven't, excuse me, I haven't done anything in quite some time, to be honest, other than those Strange Way. Well, there was before that I did uploaded some clips from another underrated film that I think is a gem called Narrow Margin. And sometime next year, that movie will be 35 years old. Kind of an overlooked Gene Hackman film. So, yeah. But yeah, people are probably out doing some things, and there might be certain people that I've kind of, disassociated myself from. So yeah. Well, now I got 3 people, so I guess we'll see what happens on that. So there might be someone coming in, maybe a few more, but we'll see. I'm back down to 1. For all I know, it might go back down to 0. 3-0. What else is new? And I still got this very cheap 2K camera that I bought on Amazon. surprisingly, it's still working. But there were actually at times the camera would start to flicker and mess up. It's happened a few times, but I don't know. Maybe there's something going on with the computer. Maybe that camera was kind of weakening a bit. So who knows? So I don't know if I'm making this stream entertaining or not. But hey, it is what it is. I guess if there's more people, I'll ask them. Maybe I'll ask you all about the Strange Way slideshow suites that I've been making and see what your opinion. Which one do you think was the best one? I assume y'all might pick the second one because that's the one that has the most views. It's probably I think around 600. I think by now or close to it. Yep, 653, and that was 4 days ago. And then the one I posted recently, the Walk in the Fire one, that was posted a few days ago, and it's already up to 340 plus on there. So I'm doing something right on there. So I gotta say something, to my credit. I've done a hell of a job. Hopefully, y'all have been enjoying that. I know it's a rock band, but I feel like it's a rock band that deserves some serious recognition. So that's what it is. So, yeah. Of course, I'm live streaming rather late, so forgive me on that. And sometimes that camera might go a little out of focus for a little. So, but we'll see if some people are going to come in. We'll see. I know, out of the blue. My fault, more or less. But yeah. But I've gotten a lot of movies, but I want to probably wait till I get almost all of them, and then I'll probably do like a physical media video, physical media vlog, the good old video. And a couple movies arrived today from Amazon, so yeah. Sometimes I do kind of miss the manual focus camera. But apparently it turns out the reason why that wasn't exactly working, it was something was up with my USB ports for whatever reason. I don't know how they got so messed up, but that's computers for you. That's laptops. So what can I do to make this stream interesting? I know. Be less boring. Well, if there's more people, if they would ask me some questions, I'll do my best to answer them. So there you have it. And it's 9:53 Central Time. Probably people on the east side, it's 10:53. And for people on the West Coast or somewhere close to that, it's going to be an hour backwards. So yeah, it's going to be interesting when daylight savings time will end. And that's going to be sometime late March, April. We'll see. So I guess for those in the chat, how did y'all's how was y'all's Christmas? Was it good? Was it awesome? Was it very merry, or was it not quite so merry? For me, it was all right. Just stuck with the family. So. And bought some presents. I basically got technically it was a check, and then I also got my dad let me buy some stuff on Amazon, so that's what I did. But I did buy something important that's, for my car, and something that you can use. It's like a combination of an air inflator. It also has, what are those things called? I can't believe I'm blanking on them. Kind of like jumper cables. They're attached, but if you wanted to, give them a jump, you can do that. And plus, it's rechargeable. You have different nozzles, so that's what I, ended up getting on my dad's, account. That way, you never know. You might you might have something drastic happen to your vehicle, and you got to be prepared for whatever you know what the road throws at you. Any kind of unexpected, flat tires, screws left on the road, or blowouts, or someone needs help. You never know. It's always good to be coming prepared. Okay. Hello and thanks. What is your favorite top? Okay, top five. I don't. Excuse me. For the I don't know in terms of ranking, but I'll list the top five that I can think of. I guess one will be Spaceballs. Another one will probably be Uncle Buck, even though I don't have that movie. Trying to think, it's probably some other '80s movies. No, you're fine. It's all good. Like I said, this was out of the blue. I mean, I may have mentioned it on John's stream, but I didn't specify what time. So, like I said, this is out of the blue. So, I wasn't even sure if I was going to do one, but here I am. I'm doing one. So, but yeah, what did I say? It was. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. It was Spaceballs, Uncle Buck. Gosh, what else is a good one? You want to know what the funny thing is? I have not seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I have not seen that, sadly. I know that's unbelievable, but I haven't. So, sadly, that's not going to be on the list. But who knows? That might be on the list at some point. That might be my top five, maybe even my top 10. But I liked Armed and Dangerous. I guess that's one. I like Who's Harry Crumb. I actually have that movie, surprisingly enough. I feel like it's a really underlooked and underrated little John Candy film right there. So that would make it 4. What's a good classic one? Maybe I'm blanking on it. I know. Maybe I'll find something, John Candy films. That way maybe I can get a good reiteration of my memory. So I did mention Uncle Buck. It won't be his later films for sure. But I'm trying to think of another leading role that he had. I know there's The Great Outdoors, but I haven't seen that movie in quite some time. What's a good... I know there's Summer Rental, but I haven't watched that in years. So there's The Great Outdoors, but I never saw that one. Sorry, my nose is itching. You know what? I'll just say no. Maybe Only the Lonely. I guess that's your fifth one right there. That's cool. I did buy JFK recently, oddly enough. I know he's in it. It's actually it was also interesting to see Candy do something a little more serious at the time, because he was definitely known for comedy. So, and I noticed in the early '90s he definitely didn't exactly have those leading roles anymore. He pretty much diminished more into the supporting role. Like, I know he had a cameo in Home Alone. He was in Rookie of the Year, Cool Runnings. I know he did have that one lead role in Wagons East, but I have yet to see it, and I hear it's not that great of a movie. Sadly, I believe that was his last film, maybe his last leading role. I could be wrong on that, but that's unfortunate. I haven't seen Black Sheep in a while, but it wasn't. I don't think it was too bad, but I've heard of Tommy Boy, so don't get me wrong on that. I've heard of it. It's been a while since I've seen any Chris Farley movies whatsoever. I'm trying to think of John Candy. I thought John Candy, for whatever reason, was in Coneheads, but I could be very well wrong on that. Okay. No. Okay, Wagons East was probably his second to last. His last one was Canadian Bacon, it looks like. So. It was a decent movie. I don't know if it would be as maybe it'd be somewhere near the top 10 or something like that. I keep forgetting he was. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot, but I do remember he was in the movie. I think he played another role as well too. I think he played several other roles in that movie. It's been a while. I mean, I do know it's out in Blu-ray, but I heard there were some problems with the sound quality. That's why I haven't bought it yet, and I don't know if Screen Factory ever fixed that issue. So hopefully they do. In fact, there's actually one movie I was about to buy. I just trying to decide if the 88 films, Blu-ray is worth it, especially since the MVD release of the movie I'm referring to was Double Impact with Jean-Claude Van Damme. But I'm not sure if I want to. I can either buy it here, but they'll charge me a little bit more shipping, and there's tax involved. And then there's one overseas where it's about a few bucks cheaper, but it might take a while for it to get here. Anyway you slice it, it's going to be a Region 2 release. But I already have a 4K region-free Blu-ray player, and it's no different. It's no skin off my back. So yeah, but yeah. It's all good. I get your point on that. I guess I can understand why the studio would be upset because he's basically bad mouthing him. But if you don't like their marketing strategies, because I don't think, if I recall, Who's Harry Crumb wasn't exactly a box office hit because he was, late 80s. He wasn't exactly having the same success that he did. Not to mention, you also had, Annie Potts. Sadly, you have Jeffrey Jones, and you would come to find out who he really was in the early 2000s, which is a shame because he is a good actor, but sadly, in real life, Jeffrey Jones is a piece of shit. So it's disappointing to see where, very upsetting and very, very disappointing what he did with his personal life. So, yeah. So yeah, Who's Harry Crumb only made like 11 million. I don't know what the budget is. I'm sure it was probably higher than that. So it's unfortunate. But I know that the films like Only the Lonely definitely did better in comparison, but they weren't exactly big, huge successes. But it is what it is. Yeah, I gotta take my flash drive off. I already got the thumbnail that I had on there. Any pets? Nope, no pets. Even when I was on my own, I had no pets. Because, I know the, apartment places can be pet friendly, but if I'm going to have a pet, I want that pet to have a little more freedom on the outside. Because I don't think that they'll probably be a bit more restricted if I was living in an apartment complex. So yeah, I get that it's pet friendly, but they should be able to breathe. They should be able to, at least, take a walk or have fun in the backyard as long as it's, protected and gated, whether it be, a steel fence or a wooden fence, Yeah. So I'm now down to one person, but that's all right. Like I said, I didn't stream till much later. And like I said, it's my fault for not, for doing a rather unexpected live stream, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. Seems like I'm touching it, but I'm not really. Okay. ISO bar. I think it's possible, but I think Stallone could be involved, but I don't know if he can be a leading star in it anymore, since that never happened. Maybe he can at least produce it. Get it off ground somehow. Yeah, be like more of a producer and only. If he has to be in the film, maybe it can be a very small role, like a cameo or something. Just get some really good actors in it. Good special effects technicians that were going to be working on it. So yeah, you're definitely gonna get some good, get some really get people behind that that believe in it, and will have the proper financial backing and get all the necessary crew that can make it a good movie. I don't know when I'll be able to do that. Um, Maybe I'll bring that up to John Zero if he's down for that, because I do like that movie. I do like Air Force One. Harrison Ford's a badass in that role. So yeah. Favorite 90s comedy that I saw in cinemas. If I can even remember that far back. If I even saw comedy in theaters. That's going to be hard for me to even remember. Because I don't know if I even... Well, no, I didn't see it, sadly, in theaters. Well, let's see. I sadly didn't see any of the Sailor movies in theaters. Yeah, I eventually saw them when they came on TV or something. So yeah. Let's see. I was definitely too young to see the American Pie movies. Yeah, sorry, rough. No, I didn't see that. I didn't even see Jingle All the Way. I think most of the time I saw the 90 comedies on video or something. Yeah, that even included. Yeah, I didn't even see Russia. Let me see. Let me go back. Maybe it will pop up in there. Come on, I know I saw it. Days of Thunder is a sports comedy. Okay. I think Google, you're way off base on that. So no, I don't think they. I don't think they need to make him. I haven't even seen Matrix Resurrections, and I had no interest in seeing that. So they should definitely not make a fifth one. Let me go back. Hey Sam, are you willing to come in? If not, if you just want to hang in the back, I understand totally, man. It's up to you. Well, if they exist in real life, yeah, I probably would. Yeah, I heard it sucked ass, and it made way less money than than the third movie, which a lot of people still shit on. And I think Matrix Resurrections, I actually liked it. I actually liked it a little bit more than the second one. I know that's hard to believe, but I actually don't mind it. Yeah, I'll send the link. I think I'll send it to you via email. Seems like if I send it to you on Instagram, it doesn't seem to want to work. So I'll send it to you via email, Sam, and see you. I think I still have the. Yep, there we go. Okay, sent the link to you, Sam. You should be getting that momentarily. Favorite Kroll scenes. I think anytime they face the Slayers, those were always good scenes. The battle with the Slayers, when you see the glaive being introduced. Yeah, those were the standout scenes, and when Cohen rescues his bride, played by Lessa Anthony. Yeah, I wish they would bring back make another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie that was kind of more like the first film. And that even though that was a PG rated film, it had some darker material because the later sequels, weren't went more of the kind of family friendly route in terms of tone. So yeah, and I like how Cole. Oh yeah, another scene that I liked in Crow was whenever Cohen faced the Beast and then was able to kill it with the power of the fire. So yeah, I'm gonna also see if I can find. Let me refresh this. Maybe it'll give me an idea what comedy I saw. Um, Maybe the one comedy I saw back in the '90s that I thought was funny was maybe the second Wayne's World movie. I barely remember that. So yeah, maybe I'll just go with that because I don't really remember any comedy movies that I saw in the '90s. I was still rather a young kid. Well, you know what? I take it back. It's either that or maybe Beavis and Butthead Do America. I saw that. I just now remember that. Hey, what's up, Sam?
Hey, what's up?
No worries. It's yeah, Crow is definitely a 1980s movie. It's a 1983 movie for sure. So
Uh,
how's it for you?
oh, it's going all right, man. Just chilling.
Yeah, I guess you were allowed some time off, because of the holidays, I assume, or maybe a few days off.
Yeah, yeah. Whatchamacallit? I didn't take the vacation, but I still like got days off, so it was like pretty much 3 days off and all that stuff. And then I take my vacation on January 1st,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I fly to Colombia,
What's up?
and I fly to Colombia.
Oh, you fly to Colombia next? You're saying?
Okay, so like, okay, yeah, I'm flying to Colombia, Medellin specifically. It's gonna be Panama. Okay, Panama first, but
Panama
like it's
first.
just,
Okay.
but it's like one of those connection flights.
Okay. I get it. Flying to Panama, then Panama to Colombia. So
Yeah, yeah, and I'm not exactly fluent in Spanish, but I know a good bit.
that's good. Maybe you can also brush up on some stuff that you didn't know before to help improve, your knowledge of the language. So yeah.
Yeah, I practice every day and all that stuff, and I talk to my girlfriend, and she's Venezuelan and stuff. So like, so,
Oh, really? Congrats, Sam. I don't know if I ever knew that, but hey, congrats on getting a girlfriend, man.
yeah, I mean, I'm still prepared for the worst and all that stuff. So it's just like,
Mm.
say if I don't like her, or say if things just break up. I'm like, okay, I'm just ready to look for another because I'm just like, bro, I got my passport, so I pretty much got options.
It's fine. It is what it is. If it works out, great. If not, well, life goes on.
Oh yeah, but she's great. She's great,
That's
and
good.
I can go on about how great she is, and she's like, but like, hey, look, like when things get real, that's when it switches up. So
Right. Are you referring to me or are you talking about Sam? Because Sam's going to Columbia. I'm not going to Columbia, sadly. So,
not Georgia, Colombia, like
like,
Colombia.
yeah, like in
What's
South
different?
South America.
Yep, Colombia is different. Colombia. I mean, okay, I mean, Scotty, but
No, no worries. I wonder if there's an actual city called Cartagena.
oh, Cartagena. Yeah,
Hmm. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that it actually exists because there's a movie I watched called Romance in the Stone, and that takes place in
Cartagena.
Yeah, I don't know if they actually filmed there, but they may have filmed somewhere. Yeah, like I said, I'm not going to Colombia, so it's all good.
Who? Oh, you aren't. I thought you were like speaking for him, the viewer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's gonna be my first vacation outside of the United States. My first plan was to actually go to Dominican Republic. their Spanish is more difficult. Holy crap!
Hmm.
Like their Spanish is like a whole nother Spanish. And like so is Puerto Rican Spanish, but like once you go to well, Argentina has its own Spanish too, its own dialect, but like it's easier to distinguish it.
Yes,
But
Cowboys champs. He's going to Colombia, the one in South America. That's where he's going. So, and I'm sure he's going to have one hell of a trip down there. Enjoy. How long are you going to be in Colombia for? You said it was for the vacation.
yeah, I'm gonna be there for 14 days. My vacation's 16 days, but since how long the flight's taken and all that stuff, I'm literally gonna be in airports for like 2 days total.
Ah,
Like going to there and then going back. So it's gonna cost me 2 days being in the airport. Just because of the
gotcha.
wait time and all that stuff. I would have spent more money, but these were the cheapest tickets I could find for this season.
There's a lot
But
of eye candy. Will be careful and be safe. Well, I'm sure. I'm sure Sam will recognize
well,
his surroundings and acknowledge that. So yeah, it's all good.
my girlfriend's gonna be there, so
Okay. But yeah, um, earlier before, well, kind of around when you showed up, I was talking about my recent video uploads where I did those Strange Ways suite, slideshow. I didn't upload all the songs. I uploaded like half of them or some of them. But yeah, I
yeah,
know they got a lot of views, especially the second one, Native Sons. It seems like a lot of people seem to like that one the best.
yeah.
It's
I
got
haven't
like
really been.
I understand, you got your life.
No, but I'm glad that you're receiving like a lot of traction and stuff. So
Yeah, it's that video has like over 640 plus views on it, and I just uploaded that like maybe several days ago, like right before Christmas.
you've been getting subs from that, or like probably a few.
I guess so because I'm up to 667 now.
Oh dang! Okay, okay.
Before then, I was at 600. I was like 666. I didn't know if I should jinx myself on that.
Man, yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't even like have that amount. Uh, like I was never close. I don't even remember. It's been a while. It's been a while, and then I'll rarely get like a subscription because like I haven't even been going live like I used to. I haven't even been doing my premieres like I used to, and like this all changed whenever I did and I could do army content if I want to, but that's just not me. Like I don't want to be like an army influencer. I'd rather just be like a normal influencer. Or like not I fucking hate that word, but still, you know what I mean.
Right? I get you. I got you on that, Sam. You don't want to be the advocate for the army. Like you had to do this, do that. I feel like you have to when you go into it. Everyone's going to have a different reaction regardless. So yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that I'm afraid of reviews or anything. It's just I'm not gonna be the one promoting it unless I'm getting paid to do it. I don't know. Just not the avenue I want to take. And there's nothing I see nothing wrong with people that want to take that avenue.
Yep, it is what it is. Yeah, and then life wise, still staying busy. Decided to go back and rejoin the gym, even though um, I don't like how things went down the last time. But I rejoined it because I anytime I looked up a different place to join, it was I've heard not so great things about either Gold's Gym or Planet Fitness. I don't know if they're popular in your state, but they always have these fees and everything. And especially if you join or if you decide to leave, they'll tack on some unexpected fee without you, until when you start checking your bank statements and your account and everything. So yeah,
Yeah,
this
no,
yeah this gym I joined, it's only going to cost me $25 a month. There's like no fees, and if you cancel, you cancel. There's no cancellation fee on that or anything or whatnot. So
oh, okay. So you just sign up, you just pay, just
yeah,
no cash, dude.
yeah.
No
This
one's gonna
gym,
want to that gym.
yeah, this gym actually is part of my work. Actually, that's what I kind of like about it because I can just go there after I'm done working. Or if
I
I'm
feel
after I'm done working my second job, I'll go down there whenever I get enough time to do anything.
that's the best time to work out after you got your muscles loose and all that stuff from working hard and all that stuff to actually work on to the intent to isolate those muscles. Yeah,
Right.
rather than just doing like functional workouts. Okay, because work is a workout, but like you still
Right.
want to get those muscles burning.
Yeah. As far as taking care of business, I think I've seen bits and pieces of it. I haven't fully watched it, but I know who's in it. I know James Belushi's in it. I know that actress from Fortress was in the movie, so that's all I can really say. I can't even remember who else was in it. So, but yeah, I've seen some of it. I haven't really seen movies for a while since I've been busy with work. I think the last one I saw was Smile 2, and then I forget there was another movie that came out after that. I do know there's the third Sonic movie. I might be curious to check that out just to see, how Keanu Reeves, does a Shadow since he's going to be the new character. And then I know that Jim Carrey, I could have swore a few years ago he said he was retiring, but I guess he desperately needed the money, so he came back as Robotnik. So yeah,
Hilarious, man. Go spend that money and all that stuff.
yeah. If you give them like a huge paycheck, they're going to want to sign like, oh, sign me up for anything. I need the money.
Well, probably because he's in debt or something, and he's probably screwed without that money. That's what it sounds like.
Oh, really? I didn't know. I guess that's what happened. I don't pay much to the attention to the celebrities' lives unless if I'm a huge fan of them, and even though I haven't exactly followed them.
Well, no,
So
like I'm not like tracking his life, but that's what I'm assuming. He's like, I really need the money. Like, no one
yeah.
needs that money unless like, holy crap, like you like got like bad spending habits or unless you're in debt.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you
Yeah.
need millions? How do you need millions unless you're doing okay? Like, there's no other way for you to need the money.
Right. That's always a possibility.
Not my life. He can do whatever he wants, but I just still don't understand reckless spending.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess yeah. Some people would know exactly. Some people don't know how to manage their money well. But that's it. That's certain individuals. Yeah.
Like
Desert.
even look, sorry.
I was reading what Acres of Movies was saying. Have you ever had the? No, I have not.
What is that stoner movie?
I have no idea. It sounds like dessert. The dessert baked Alaska. I never had that. So
That sounds like a stoner movie because like when someone's stoned, you say they're baked as hell.
I see.
So
Might as well be watching the movie How High.
yeah, I mean, like okay, I remember my brother and my brother's friends spoke about the movie. Oh yeah, that movie is so freaking funny. I go watch. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like it's very rare to find like a stoner movie that's actually good. Pineapple Express is very good.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that movie in theaters. Actually, I just barely remembered it. Is this the How High is this Method? Okay, Method Man, Mike Epps. Okay, believe it or not, there was actually a sequel that came out about 18 years later in 2019 called How High 2. I don't know if it's the same actors though.
And like on top of that, it's not like it's only their personality. It's like literally they're going through some shit, and it's funny. It makes it's pretty funny. It doesn't like circulate all around it, and it's like not very weird. And if it is, it's still funny. But like however they did it, it wasn't even like that funny. It was just like it was almost like a play. It wasn't a terrible movie, but it wasn't like as great as I thought it was, as other people thought it was.
Pistachio
They're like,
baked dessert. So
what
nope, Sally never had that. Acres movies never saw, never had that.
pistachio baked? Okay, so it's not even. So it's about pistachios.
Yeah,
Oh,
if I eat pistachios, I just get a bag of them, and a good source of protein. I've heard they're kind of high in fat, but I guess as long as you don't eat too many of them, which can sadly be the case with me sometimes. But I eat like maybe a good amount to where it's enough to
get your
keep my hunger at bay for the time being. Okay,
get your
so
vitamins.
yeah,
I mean, I think it's healthy fat. Shit, anything from a plant and it has fat, that's like the best fat you can get.
Right. Then Acres of Movies is asking, go bowling with, go swimming with, go to drive with. Still, huh? Well, this is interesting.
Wait,
Hmm.
was that like an answer to a question?
Yeah, or like what, like, or it's kind of like not exactly like who would you marry, fuck, or kill, or anything like that. It's something that this is a more, I guess, friendlier version of that.
Oh, well, what would you want to go do with a celebrity?
Hmm. Go
Mhm.
swimming with. Too bad you couldn't throw any, hot ladies around there. But oh well. But go bowling with. That's interesting. Go swimming with. Go to drive with. Hmm. I'm Stacy. Thanks. So, are you saying that's your name? Okay. Okay, let me go back. Go bowling with. I guess go to drive with. Um, I don't know. Maybe Schwarzenegger. Swimming with, maybe Stallone. Bowling with, I guess Dolph. You know. And we'll see what that
Welcome to the
is.
stream, Stacy.
Yes, welcome, Stacy, to this lovely retro stream, and my guest Sam. And there might be other guests. I'm not sure if they're going to come in or not, but we'll see.
I seen John had a live stream, but I just didn't pop in because like I was talking to my girl at the time, so I can't
No
do
worries.
both at the same time.
I didn't. I didn't. I was actually working when he was streaming, and I did. I eventually popped in. I guess the last tail end of that stream, and there was some troll in there. I don't know. Was being ridiculous. Apparently, he calls himself. I don't know if I should call him out, but his name is Ben Allen, and he would start to type like down, but like straight down, like he'll type in the N word for whatever reason. And then earlier he said he was just in the streams just to cause trouble and all this other bullshit. So I have no idea how this person came about, which is interesting. So
I don't know. Someone's really bored and all that. I don't
yeah,
know how one finds the time to you can't try to make better connections with these people and all that stuff and
hmm
like probably get better information or maybe I don't know. Probably eventually make a friend. I don't know. I don't know.
yeah. There was actually
Okay.
someone on Fabio. I don't know if you've heard him. He goes by the Italian Stallion, but he's often referred to as Fabio. Someone decided to leave some rather interesting comments on Christmas Day of all things, and he actually called him out on a stream, which is funny. Okay, Stacy says, thanks, drive in. Okay, I don't know if you're asking me if I've been to a drive in. Sadly, no. Thoughts on Wolf? I have the Blu ray. Very underrated flick with Jack Nicholson. And you have Michelle Pfeiffer, you have James Spader. Pretty solid all around cast. And I think the makeup on Jack Nicholson, for whenever you see it, it's pretty effective. I think it was done by Rick Baker. He's done lots of movies. So
You said very unrated?
the movie I said it's an underrated Wolf movie for sure.
Oh, I thought you said very unrated version.
Underrated. That's what I was saying.
Oh, underrated. Okay. I don't know. Sometimes my listening be shit. So.
No worries. Not to mention the film's 30 years old because it came out in '94.
Dang, the 90s. Oh my god.
Yeah,
Wait, 34. Wait, it's 34 years. Wait, 30 years old. You said?
yeah, 30 years old because it came out in
Okay.
'94.
I thought you said 34 years old, but I
No,
got that.
not
I got
quite
that
there yet.
because I was like, what the heck? No, because my brother's born in '96, so I was like, and he's not even 30 yet. I was like, wait, math ain't mathin'. But no, your math is correct. It's just I'm hearing things.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, it depends on. I don't know if I don't know if Amazon sells it, but I bought this on eBay. I think I could swear I did on one of my recent. It was either an actual video or I actually filmed it live and then posted it as a video, or did it as a live stream and posted it. So
Shout out, to, shout out to Amazon giving the best treatment to its workers.
I don't know. I think we have somebody on here. Hey, Bradley, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Oh, nothing. Just doing a live stream in like forever. Yeah, that movie's
Cool,
34
cool.
years old. But yeah, here's the okay, Acres. If you're curious, here's the Blu-ray that I got. It's an indicator release. I don't think it's a two case. It's not a 2K scan, but it's a pretty good scan. Plus, it had features on there because the previous other releases had no features. But yeah, try looking this on eBay. Maybe this might be on Amazon. I'm not sure, but I bought this on eBay. And I think I got this like either 15 or 20% off. I don't remember. It was one of the two. So I'll take that. No problem.
How are you guys doing?
I'm doing all right.
I'm doing good. Just glad to be home and resting. And
Is that a character off of Bully?
Yeah,
Yep. Dang, man, that gives me memories.
yeah, man.
yeah, there's interviews with Rick Baker, the special effects legend. You have screenwriter with Wesley Strick, producer Douglas Wick, cast and crew interviews, never before seen promotion interviews with Mike Nichols. It's about 9 minutes. You have one with Michelle Pfeiffer, which is like 1 minute. James Spader, 2 minutes. Kate Nelligan, 2 minutes. Nothing with Jack Nicholson. Well, maybe it's on something else. I don't know. And just some B-roll footage and stuff like that. It's better than what the other releases had. I don't think they had any features unless it was just a trailer. Maybe that's what it was. So yeah. So I assume y'all's Christmas went pretty well, right?
It was decent. I was still in North Carolina because I kind of sacrificed that for a vacation. So
I guess it happens. You have to make your sacrifices. You are getting 14 days, well, 16 days, but you're technically using 14 because of the two at the airport. So
yeah, well, technically 16 of my official, but it's like because it's official days and shit in the system of the army, and because I'm leaving. So
right.
even though it's going to be a Donta,
How about you, Bradley? How was your Christmas?
It was, it was as good as it could be. It was decent.
That's good. Yeah, I assume you just stuck with your family, had some decent, had a good meal, decent meals. That's what we had. I didn't have my lunch till I think like either 4 o'clock. I think that's what we had, our very late lunch.
Hmm.
But it is what it is. But yeah, I tried both Amazon and eBay. I know eBay you'll definitely be able to find that type of Blu-ray. Just make sure it's the indicator release and it has like different colors on the cover. So yeah, the front cover. Damn. It's probably a good thing she got out of it.
Yeah, I did not know that.
Yeah, this was. Yeah, I wonder if this was a precursor to that Nexium cult that sadly, what's her face, Allison Mack was involved with.
Oh yeah, Nexium. Yeah, Nexium was pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she actually was released a couple years ago. I think, or she was granted a release. I think she's, I guess, in hiding now.
wait, is that the Breatharianism shit?
Wait, what?
No, because like she was someone was in a cult that like didn't allow her to eat.
Or would only eat like a certain amount or something.
That's not
Yeah,
Breatharianism. I remember there was some old lady thinking like some old like elderly lady. They're like, oh, I'm gonna get into Breatharianism. Darwinism, and it's like, but yet you see these people, they have like a decent amount of muscle, a lean amount, but like it was just all like like snake oil salesman type stuff.
Hmm. Yeah, that's pretty much cults in a nutshell.
And she
Mm-hmm.
died.
Yeah.
I think like years ago, but like I remember hearing about it. I'm like, but Darwinism. I'm like, that's actually a thing. Oh, where you breathe, and that's the only way. And you're able to receive nutrients by taking deep breaths, like a lot of deep breaths. Like,
That's a very odd way to. Yeah.
Like, if you could think of it, there's probably a cult or religion for that. Almost anything. It's
Yeah.
just.
I mean, there's Jedi Knights, so
Yeah, that is a thing. Jesus.
Jediism,
Okay.
and and interesting enough, it's actually a recognized religion in the army. Believe it or not.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like if you wanted to like try to attend like to like probably somewhere for like in the army, because the army does provide religious services. It's
Mhm.
optional, like to take it or not, but they actually provide that, hilariously enough.
Jesus.
Okay. Who would you cast as a Waldo in the Where's Waldo movie? Thanks for the fun stream. Hmm. Who should be cast?
Dang.
Hmm. Oh, I just thought of one. I know it's a very odd choice, but maybe Killian Murphy. I don't know. That's just one name that just came off the top of my head.
Okay, who's that guy? That's like he's like the lead for Guardians of the Galaxies. The guy that like
Are
that
you
had a
talking about
bad
Chris Pratt?
Chris what?
Are you talking about Chris Pratt or the guy that
Yeah,
plays
yeah,
Dax?
Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt.
That's what I was thinking at first, but I don't know. He'd be more of a. I guess you can. I don't know. Would he try to be serious or try to put his own little comedic spin on it? So yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up,
Uh,
Daniel Gary?
Henry Calvin if he was skinnier with glasses.
Who?
Henry Calvin if he was skinnier with glasses.
Henry
Mm.
Cavill? You mean?
Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill. Yeah. For Waldo,
Maybe.
if he was skinny, like if he was lanky, but it's just because the face. I'm trying to think of
Right.
a perfect face, but like the body needs to be matching it too. But they always get someone not very matching,
That's a
or like
possibility. Rick Moranis could have worked. I don't know about now, but I think I just thought of one. And oh yeah, Owen Wilson would have been another choice. That would have been interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, this one's hard. I don't know. I'm trying to think of the face. It's been a while since I've read the Waldo books. Maybe
Listen,
Daniel Radcliffe in the glasses, but his face doesn't. He's not.
it's a
Michael
possibility.
Cera has that skinniness to him, but it's like he doesn't really have the face.
yeah, I see what you're
Right.
saying.
Or maybe
Yeah.
even throw in Jesse Eisenberg just for the hell of it.
If we can, maybe we darken his hair, put sunglasses on him. Maybe.
I'm assuming
You
that
know, it would have been fun. Paul Rubens. He doesn't look like him, but he would match in that type of. He would match the feel of that type of movie.
yeah, he definitely could for sure. From going from Pee Wee to now, where's Waldo?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like he could match the vibe. If it's, I'm guessing it's going to be like a kids comedy or maybe a
right.
PG-13 comedy.
I can see the Paul. Either one could have been good at the time. I know that maybe Bill could have pulled it off in the '90s, but he's definitely a lot older now. But maybe Lewis Pullman. I can see why you would say that because he definitely kind of has that nerdy look, and he was pretty good as Bob. So we gotta give him some credit.
I don't even know who Lewis Pullman is.
He's the son of actor Bill Pullman. I'm sure you've heard of that name.
Yeah, I know Bill Pullman. You know, Casper, Spaceballs. I know Bill Pullman.
Did you ever see Top Gun Maverick?
No, I didn't see that one. I don't like the first Top Gun really
Oh,
that
really?
much, but I heard the second one's good. So I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of as much as I like as much as I like the first Top Gun, the second one I thought was a damn good sequel, even a little better than
I
the first.
I heard if you're not into the first one, you might like the second one. So I might check it out just for that.
Hmm.
But I'm not going on my way.
Maybe now that I think of him, hell, maybe Miles Teller could pull it off. I mean, he was able to pull off Reed in the Fantastic Four reboot, even though that movie had its fair share of issues. So,
Mixed reviews.
what's up?
Mixed reviews.
The Fantastic Four movie. The I'm referring to the 2015 one, the one
Yeah.
that. And I guess this is
That
referring to the
was
Where's
shit.
Waldo. Oh, you saw the Fantastic Four reboot?
Yeah, I saw a 4-stick. Yeah, that was shit, man. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but yeah, that was
No
shit.
worries. I see there was some potential behind it, but I just know that there was a lot. It definitely is a heavily edited movie for sure. But Josh Trank could have been a little more professional towards certain actors like Kate. What was her? What's her? Gosh, what was?
Are you
What's her
talking
name?
about Kate Mara?
Kate Mara, because I heard that he treated her pretty poorly during the production or something. Yeah, it's too bad about Shia LaBeouf. I thought he at least cleaned himself up recently, but I don't know. Who knows?
What happened with him?
Well, I'm just saying, someone I can't even remember what even brought that up. It was I don't know. I can't even remember why it was brought up. But anyways, I have the other two Fantastic Four films as well. I don't have the Roger Corman one. If it's available on Blu-ray or something, maybe I'll consider getting it. Yeah, I know that Shia had a lot of problems. Even before he got popular and took off. Like, yeah, I remember reading something how he almost was. I guess a neighbor was being too loud, and then Shia LaBeouf was like going up to his door and like waving some kind of knife or something. I read that somewhere. So yeah, he's had his mental problems for sure.
So he's just unstable.
Yeah, definitely unstable. I remember he saw some incidents where he like lost it in a restaurant where he was angry and pissed off and yelling, having a mental breakdown for sure.
So just an entitled brat.
Yeah, I guess you can say that.
Or just an angry person.
Crazy as it is, as crazy does.
Yeah. I remember, like he also did some like pretty weird methods, like during production, like not taking showers, like whenever it was like during a war movie and stuff.
Hmm.
And he was hard to work with because he stunk so bad.
Mm-hmm. That was like theory. I heard he pulled out his own tooth for that movie.
Oh yeah. He's extreme Methodist.
Like Jesus. Although some of the craziest shit I think is when I think it was one of those Daniel Day Lewis movies. I don't know if I've even seen it, but this man became he became a carpenter, and he used old fashioned tools, and he went out and he built a house for a role out of what, which is kind of cool. It's kind of cool to, he went old school with it with the old tools and stuff. But at the same time, I'm like, damn.
Yeah, some
Like
people just
Daniel,
really want to be in character.
yeah.
There's like good reasons. Maybe they're a little extreme and weird, but then there's the others where just like it just makes the production harder for everybody else. It's just weird.
Jim
Yeah.
Carrey, Jared Leto. I would say those are two that are kind of like they're more harmful than they helped when they got method.
Yeah, I know that Jared Leto will do some weird shit or something like that.
Leto.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of Jared Leto. That's such a familiar name.
Apparently,
Wait,
he
what?
has his Jared Leto. He has his own band, and then he was the Joker in one of the earlier Suicide Squad movies. If you know who,
Okay, Jared, okay, yeah, one of Suicide Squad, Joker.
Yeah.
would Richard Pryor? I don't know. I mean, sure they're good, but I think we were better off with Pesci and Daniel and Stern. Joe Pesci and Daniel Stern. I think they definitely made it those roles. Those are other than Macaulay Culkin. Who else memorable stood out in the Home Alone movies? Those two actors as well. Maybe Catherine O'Hara.
Catherine O'Hara for sure. I feel that Daniel Stern. No offense to Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor, they could get a little bit menacing, but Daniel Stern and Joe Pesci can be very menacing, but also funny, and that's what made it work.
Mm-hmm.
And plus, we wouldn't have the from Joe Pesci if we
Yeah,
didn't. No one else could do that.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
made
he
that.
probably wanted to curse, but he had to keep it to that kind of mumbled kind of jumble that he would do.
Yeah,
like
that's exactly what it was.
for the kids type deal.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, how can I forget Uncle Frank? Someone made a real interesting video about Uncle Frank and how much it seemed like supposedly he might have, like, there's been a rumor that maybe in the original script that maybe he worked with the two butlers or two robbers at one point or something, or was involved in planning it. I don't know.
Oh, the original version?
I think so. And then apparently he's not exactly nice to Kevin. In fact, I remember Uncle Frank got a definite taste of his own medicine when Kevin put him in his place. When he's like, "Oh yeah, you wouldn't want." He's like, when Frank was saying, "You better not wreck my little trip. Your father's paying good money." He's like, and then Kevin's like, "Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to spoil your fun, Mister Cheapskate." Because apparently the first one, whenever he was handed the pizza, he didn't want to have anything to do to pay for it. He said it was his brother's house and that his brother would take care of it. So yeah, that's another factor going in.
I literally just watched that movie with my girlfriend and all that stuff, and I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I like just memories and all that stuff. Such a classic, man. For Christmas, always The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Yeah, the Grinch is good. I prefer the original cartoon, but the Jim Carrey one's fun. I do like the Jim Carrey one,
Yeah,
and I even like that newer one.
the one with Benedict Cumberbatch, I believe, right?
Yeah, I didn't hate that one either.
It was a
I have
decent one.
not seen the new one.
It's very different, and it kind of does some things with the Grinch where I'm like, but at the same time, I like the movie for what it is. It was fine. It wasn't. It was just like, what if the Grinch was antisocial? What if he was just a grouch that liked to live alone instead of like this scary, crazy person? What if he was just antisocial?
Maybe he didn't
Right.
like the people, but he didn't go on the antics to go like or no. Asocial is different. Like Jim Carrey's an antisocial because like you're actually causing crimes. Like people get that term mixed up. But
Oh yeah, my bad. Asocial. It's just he introverted. That's the
Yeah.
term, introverted. Like he still tries to steal Christmas and stuff, but like in the movie, he's not like crazy like Jim Carrey or like even like Boris Karloff, like evil. He's just sitting there. He's like annoyed. He's just that introvert. He's like that old man. Like keep it down next door.
Right.
okay.
Would Austin Butler from Elvis be? I don't know. I don't think I can picture Elvis being Waldo. Maybe Jim Carrey in the '90s, but I don't know if that would have been good.
Oh, young Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Does the Grinch need character development? I tend to think the characters find the book and they need motivation. Well, yeah, I can understand it. If he didn't exactly need a motivation, it is what it is. Sometimes, the playing off the suspense, leaving that to the mystery and leaving it up to the viewer can be always a good thing, being ambiguous at times. I guess if you want, I guess if you have to expand, the character development, I guess it's it doesn't hurt to try it. So. But yeah, to add to the Christmas movies, other than Home Alone, The Grinch, there was also Christmas Vacation. We can't leave that one out.
Yeah, that one's good.
Yep, and technically that movie's 35 years old now because it came out in '99. Hmm. It's been a while since I've seen Necessary Roughness, but I know I'm pretty familiar with the movie. I know it has Scott Bakula in it. How can I forget Kathy Ireland, the model from the either late '80s, but definitely the early '90s for sure, because she was in National Lampoon's Loaded Weapon 1. I guess I don't know, maybe American Pie, because I've definitely seen that a bit more. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. He's 35 years old. Lots of things are 35 years old. Star Trek V, The Final Frontier. Lots of films.
No, that was never my intention.
What's up?
Oh, I accidentally finished the game, and I was trying to get a few other things.
What game?
Like it was a level, but I'm playing Resident Evil Revelations, and then accidentally finished the level whenever I was actually trying to kill more and get more items.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking of doing a Tango and Cash live commentary at one point. I don't know who's going to be able to make that one. If anyone's down for that.
What?
I was thinking about doing a couple live commentaries eventually. One of them was going to be Tango and Cash. I'm sure you may have heard of the movie. Both of y'all, I assume.
I have not. Oh, so like while watching the movie, make a commentary.
Yeah. How about you, Bradley?
I've heard of it. Okay, I think I might have seen clips. I don't think I've seen it all the way through, but that's Stallone and Kurt Russell are like buddy cops, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I do want to see that movie because I'm like, oh, that sounds like something I might like. It sounds fun.
Yeah. It was either that or possibly Street Fighter, believe it or not. I'm sure you've definitely heard of that movie.
Oh yeah.
Because that movie's 30 years old just recently. How about you, Sam? I'm sure you've heard of Street Fighter, the movie.
Yeah, Street Fighter. Yeah. You're not talking about live action one.
Yeah, the 1994 live action one.
Okay. I'm terrible with actors' names and all that stuff, but who plays
Jean-Claude,
what's up?
Jean-Claude Van Damme and Raul Julia in one of his second to last final roles. It was his final theatrical film role. Then he did like one more movie after that, and that's when he pretty much didn't do anymore because he died obviously from that stomach cancer.
But yeah, Raul
Julia.
Yeah. Oh, my mom loved Raul Julia. That was her crush.
Yeah. I'm assuming she really liked the Addams Family movies, I assume.
Oh yeah, no, she loved it. I wasn't much for Addams Family Values. Like, I don't know. It is like a classic, but at the same time, it's just like I don't know. It's just
Not for you.
yeah, the sequel ain't sequeling. I don't know. Like like Shrek 2. That's like an example of a perfect sequel.
Dude, Shrek 2 does go hard. Shrek 2 does go hard.
Because it's not like it's not as good as Shrek 1. No, it's just as good as Shrek 1. It might
It's better.
It might even be better.
Dude, I think it's better. Like I like Adam's Family Values over Adam's Family, but dude, Shrek 2 is it's better than Shrek 1. The humor is way better.
It's goated.
I sadly never
Yeah.
saw any of the sequels, but I'm guessing they're pretty good, huh?
Of
Wait,
Shrek?
Yeah, Shrek. I only saw the first one. I never got around to seeing any of the sequels.
2's good. 3 not as good. 4 is surprisingly I like 4. Wait, what, Sam?
Okay. 3 is decent. It's not all that great, but it's watchable. Puss in Boots, watchable. I heard that like people loved Puss in the second Puss in Boots movie, which was like The Last Wish. People are saying that one goes hard.
Yeah, I gotta, I will rewatch Shrek 3 and see if I like, because I remember not liking it, but Puss in Boots 1 isn't a bad, I like that movie. That movie's fine. It's just a fine movie.
Better than Shrek the Third, I thought.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. I'd say Shrek the Third, maybe Shrek 4. Nah, Shrek 4 might be better than Puss in Boots 1.
Probably.
But yeah, it's the sequels are. It's not the worst franchise. There are way worse like franchise with sequels.
Well, like
Leprechaun.
yeah, but those are like those are like hilariously horrible.
Yeah, probably so.
I like most of Leprechaun. Not all of it, but I like most of it.
Leprechaun 3 in the Hood, classic. Not the greatest, but it was funny.
No, I don't think the third one was in the Hood. I think that was like maybe. I think the third one was like was it Las Vegas? I know it was in
Las Vegas, but there is 2 leprechauns go to the Hood.
Yeah, I know there was the Vegas. There was one in space, and I think after that was the one called In the Hood, which had Ice-T in there. I think.
Yeah, and then back to the Hood. To be honest, all those movies flow together, and there's no like order, so it's easy to like put them in different spots because there's no rhyme to it. It's not like sequels. It's like, oh, random leprechaun here doing something. I think the only 2 that really connect is Hood and Back to the Hood, and the new one and the original, and then everything else is just like, oh, the leprechaun's here.
Right.
He's doing things.
I guess the declining franchise could be a good example if you're talking horror. I just thought of one, probably the Wishmaster films. I know, one's probably the best one. 2 was still a solid sequel because Andrew Devoff was in the second one, but then 3 and 4, I think, really go off the rails, especially when you don't have that actor coming back.
Oh, Wishmaster.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remember seeing that. Holy crap! The gore was like on a whole nother level.
Dude. Yeah, I like the Wishmaster films. I don't like 4, but I like the first 3. The third one doesn't have Devoff, so it kind of lacks, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I have fun with it for what it is.
Yeah.
There's 4 Wishmasters?
Yeah, dude, there's 4 Wishmasters.
Yeah. There's the first one was
2, maybe 3.
Yeah, I knew of the second one only because I somehow caught it on HBO or I read about it was coming on. So yeah. Then I found out that I remember reading about 3 and 4, but I know that when Andrew Devoff was not going to be in them, I didn't really I didn't really have a whole lot of interest in watching them. I did see parts of like the 4th one where there's a guy, and the bar scene where he's like, "Is that your wish?" And then all of a sudden, whenever they're having their little brawl, and then obviously transforms into the Wishmaster, and then he goes, "Let's see what you got, tough guy," and it just comes across as like a parody or a bad comedy or something like that.
Yeah.
4 is rough.
Like a cheesy skit.
Yeah. And yeah, you can definitely tell why the budget has really really significantly lowered by then, I mean, the second one wasn't even that high of a budget, but at least it was a decent budget. There was a decent budget behind it regardless. I mean, yeah, it was straight to video and all that, but it still had some, there was still some decent quality acting. Yeah, there was maybe a few moments that were over the top, but still, it was still a fun sequel because at least Andrew Devoff made it, he made it entertaining regardless. So let's just be honest on that. Now, as far as Red Heat, I don't know if my guests have seen it, but I've seen it, and I believe I have it on Blu-ray still. it's a good movie. But I feel like if going back to if you think that maybe they would have been better than Stallone and Russell, no. I like Schwarzenegger, in terms of his acting in his movies, but I feel like Stallone and Russell played well off of each other. I know that supposedly Swayze was going to be in the cash role originally, but apparently he dropped out because he did Roadhouse instead, which is a good film in its own right. So it would have been cool to see Swayze in that role, but I think it worked well for what it was, considering there was a lot of production issues on that movie. We're even lucky that we even got a film out of that.
So I'm assuming Schwarzenegger is playing
Russian, yeah.
Is playing like as a Russian cop in America.
Yeah, he does. And Belushi's playing like the kind of laid back Americanized, version of the complete opposite to Schwarzenegger's character.
Oh, like he's like Mr. Elite Force Police and all that stuff, where he's just typical cop, just trying to do his job.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I'm pretty sure like in the end, like they probably don't like each other, but I'm pretty sure in the end they respect each other and they complete the mission, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
they do
that's
become a bit of friends somewhat in a ways, even though that they definitely have disagreements in terms of politics and stuff like that.
Funny how I never watched the movie. I can already assume the plot. I'd want to give it a watch though, because I don't see why not. I remember what is it like an 80s or is it a 90s or 80s film?
It's not. It's an 80s film. It's 1988 actually.
Okay. I think I watched like another 80s film. This is like whenever I was in Iraq and stuff, and I think I watched RoboCop 1 and 2.
Yes, RoboCop's definitely going to be near dear to my heart because it was the very first movie I got when I was pretty young. It was like the first VHS movie I think I got. Well, maybe not the first VHS, but it was the first R-rated VHS that I got.
Wait, that you purchased, that you collected?
No, I didn't. No. It was actually a Christmas gift, actually.
So you've always just been like ecstatic about movies and stuff.
More or less, yeah. I guess because we rented it, and then finally, either my dad or my mom got me that movie. I think it was my dad because I got RoboCop, and my brother he got Die Hard at the time, if I'm not mistaken.
And that's where it all started.
I guess so. But there's actually a pretty funny scene in Red Heat, so I'll actually show that. Hopefully, I won't get copyrighted for that or something if YouTube doesn't have a shit fit. It's something about the Miranda Act, so yeah. It's kind of funny.
Minute. Is Red Heat the one where he finds cocaine and stuff? Like a crap ton? He's like, cocaine.
I think that's what it is. It was like in a wooden leg or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and share it. Let's see where the share screen.
Yeah, I haven't seen Red Heat.
Okay, here we go.
I didn't know it was a buddy cop movie, so that's cool. I like buddy cop movies.
Hey, asshole! You can't park here. This is my parking place. I live right up there. So move your piece of shit car the hell out now or give me $50.
I do not understand.
Let me make it real simple, moron. You move your ass or you give me 50, or I take my Pete Rose here and fucking mutilate your car.
Do you know Miranda?
Never heard of the bitch.
Hurricane.
There you go. Kind of a funny little scene right there.
Yeah, it looks fun.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he was told to lose like 10 pounds, and had Belushi gain some weight, kind of opposite to Schwarzenegger. I don't know about Ryan Reynolds being in the Jetsons. I can probably see why DeVito can resemble the boss Spacely. So yeah. I'm assuming you're referring to Red Heat. So Sam, you're going to be spending your new year in Colombia and Frenchy. I assume you're going to be just spending time at home, kind of like how I'm going to be doing on New Year's or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be going around Medellin and all that stuff, just doing fun stuff. I guess probably go to movie theaters, restaurants, all that other stuff. Probably go salsa dancing or whatever type. I'm pretty sure they do classes over there. It's
Right.
part of it's part of the Latin culture.
Hmm.
By the way, I'm terrible at it. Um, best thing I could offer is just like my speaking, and I'm still working on that. Like I probably only know like 700 different words in Spanish, and that's about it.
You're like, I only know 700 different. That's seven. Damn, that's pretty good, I would say. 700 words? I know there's probably thousands of words, but I don't know. I think that's a little bit above average.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that seems
practiced
so
on
too.
Duolingo. I'm like literally top 4%.
Yeah, I can only say like 4 or 5 words. Man, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Well,
You're
I
doing
mean,
good.
anyone can do it. It wasn't easy. I was having the hardest time learning it. Like
Right.
there's because okay, you can say drink. You drink, I drink. But when you say drink, you got to say it differently in Spanish. Like bebo, I
Mm-hmm.
drink.
hmm.
Bebes, you drink. He
Mm.
drink. Bebe, el bebe.
Yeah. Hmm.
Think I slightly remember that from Spanish class. Slightly.
Hmm. Yeah, I know it took some Spanish. I went up as far as Spanish 3.
Oh shit.
Not, yeah, but this was back in high school, like years back. I kind of struggled in the third one. I felt like the way the teacher taught it wasn't the best. So
Yeah, it could be a bit discouraging and all that stuff. And sometimes your method is the best method because you know yourself.
hmm
Mm-hmm. I'm just bad at retaining information sometimes because I took like a bunch of years of Spanish. I only, like I said, I can say me gusta, or
hmm
me
Okay.
llamo, me amo,
yeah,
my name is.
Yeah.
I can do that,
You
but
probably know 15 words, but you just didn't give yourself enough credit. You said 5. So,
mi
yeah,
hablo
probably.
español or something like that. Is
well,
my
well, es yo hablo español. Pero,
sí
I
lo
mean,
hablo. Okay.
a Spanish speaker would understand. It's like, oh, okay. I know enough to teach you guys the basic stuff.
Yeah, because I think I know Ella is she, right, or her Ella.
Ella. Well, I mean, it's like it's
Yeah,
with double L's. Ella,
Yeah, I remember that.
because
That's
double L
yeah,
is with the Y sound.
yeah. And I know it's different if you go like there's different versions of Spanish, like from Spain to Mexico to Colombia, Cuba. They all different
Argentina,
accents.
in
Mm,
Argentina, they like with ella, it's like esha. Like with the double L,
mm.
is with like a sh sound, like as if you're telling someone to shush. Like where like even tortilla is tortilla. I'm like, wait, like because
hmm.
I used to talk to an Argentinian girl. And then other countries got different slangs and all that stuff.
Right.
And how they say straw. Straw is a perfect example of how it's not universal for everywhere. It's like, huh? Like, no, we say straw is this, straw is that. I forget. I don't even know the word straw in any Spanish words, but
Right. As for Bond villain potential, I'd say Rutger Hauer would definitely have been a better one for sure. I'm shocked that he wasn't even considered.
It was crazy. I was just having a conversation with some people about how Rutger Hauer essentially played two of the greatest villains because he played Roy Batty and he also played John Ryder in The Hitcher. So you got Roy Batty from Blade Runner and John Ryder in The Hitcher, and they're two great villains. They're very different, but they're great. So it's like, yeah, I don't even know who Dennis Franz is, but yeah, I go Rutger Hauer.
Dennis Franz, I believe she's referring to that actor from NYPD Blue. He did have some appearance in some movies back in the day. Like I know he was in Psycho 3, or was it Psycho 3? I think I can't even remember now. Maybe it was Psycho 2. I don't know. But he also appeared in Die Hard 2. He was the what was that? Nick of Time. What's his character? Was it Carmine or I don't remember. He was the one cop that was giving McClane some trouble for the most part of the film until he discovered that McClane had blanks, and he ends up helping him toward the tail end and everything. So yeah, Lorenzo, I think is the character's name he plays. Then I know he was in City of Angels with Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan. And apparently, the last thing he did was actually the final episode of NYPD Blue, and for whatever reason, he retired after that. Okay, so Baker's movies, you're saying it was Psycho 2. Okay, I couldn't remember if it was Psycho. Yeah, okay, I could see that being the case. Yeah, Blowout. He was in Dressed to Kill. Interesting. Yeah, and yeah, I agree. Howard should have been a Bond villain. He probably could have been the most, very intelligent and I don't know, very, I don't know if creepy would be the way to say it, but he definitely could have pulled off a very, I guess, nihilistic villain for sure.
You know what he would have been good in? I feel that Pierce Brosnan one. I think it was Sean Bean. With Sean Bean, instead of Sean Bean as like the best friend that goes rogue, what about Rutger Hauer? No offense to Sean Bean, but dude, because I could see Rutger Hauer being an 07 or an 08 agent that goes rogue. Like,
Yeah,
I think that could work. No offense to Sean Bean, but dude, Rutger Hauer though.
right.
I'm not gonna lie. What do I call you, Billy? Pop Billy? Not that I call you by Papa. Like, what's your name?
Bradley, but I also go by Trenchy on here. But Bradley, that's my name.
Yeah, Soulless Trenchcoat is his channel.
It is you, Trenchy. I was like, you sound like someone I know. Trenchy. I'm like, oh, it's been you this whole time, Trenchy. Okay.
Yeah, it's been me this whole time. I thought you knew it was me.
I thought so too.
This sounds awfully a lot like Trenchy.
Yep.
Yeah, that's me.
Man, I'm dead vet.
Yeah, my bad. I would have introduced more, but I thought you knew it was me. I was like, "Hey guys, how you doing?" Like,
Well, like some people got the same voice, so it's just
yeah. No, I get it, dude. That's funny, man. That's great.
Yep. Acres of Movies definitely agrees with you, Bradley. He says, brilliant idea. Oh, she meant to say Bradley, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it's fine.
Hey, believe it or not, guys, I might end the stream, but feel free to hang out in the back room if you want. That way we can talk about some off-topic things. And there's actually something I want to tell you, Sam, that involves a particular someone that we kind of know. So,
oh yeah.
But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. And for those that came in the chat, I appreciate it. I really do. And it would have been nice to have more people, but it's late at night. People got lives, and that's that's how individuals and people roll. And if y'all want to come in, shoot the shit, feel free. As long as you're going to be civil and cool, that's how I want to roll in all my streams. No dramatics and no bullshit, unless if we're going to be talking about that. So. But yeah, take it easy, people in the chat. And thank you, Sam, and thank you, Trinchy, for definitely joining in. It was definitely nice to have your takes on things and just shoot the shit. Definitely should do this a lot more. I'd say this.
Thanks for having me on, man. It's always good talking to you, and it's always good talking to Sam. I don't see you guys too often, so it's always good talking to you guys.
Oh yeah, for sure. It's definitely good to have both of you on here, and definitely would be nice to have some more people. Where it's an awesome community. We may have different things, but at the end of the day, we're just all chill people just trying to make the best in life, and that's how I think we should do that. So, and thank you for stopping by Acres and Movies. I hope that my next stream will be a little more exciting and more chill, but I'm sure it will definitely be either one of those things. So yeah, alrighty, talk to you later, chat and everyone.